and welcome to Fantastic Books and How to Write Them. Today's topic is on death in speculative fiction, and how it is far more than a mere plot convenience. Perhaps one of the most important functions of death in speculative fiction is its role in demonstrating narrative stakes. Readers need to know the risks to your characters and the limitations of their individual powers and any fictive technologies or magical systems that underscore your world building. Characters that can't die don't represent relatable stakes within a conflict and ultimately make for a less engaging adventure. The reader can rest assured in the implied guarantee of a narrative with no deaths. They assume your characters are safe, and this often results in less of an emotional investment in your story's outcome. In high fantasy particularly, casts of characters can quickly max out a plot. It's critical for writers to keep these numbers in check, while avoiding relegating new tasks to old characters for whom those functions seem ill-suited or otherwise unlikely. It's also wise to retire characters at their peak, rather than allowing them to expire on the page. It's advisable that they be permitted to complete their arc, but writers should be wary of overextending a character far past their personal denouement or narrative usefulness. That said, there are traps many writers fall into when sealing the fates of their characters. Take Refrigerated Woman. This trope is named for a scene in a graphic novel in which a love interest was murdered, then deposited in an icebox. The entire function of this stereotypically undeveloped female character is to motivate the male protagonist, to make the conflict personal. But because the writer hasn't taken the time to humanize her, her death is emotionally ineffectual. The reader hasn't been prompted to invest in what is essentially a prop more than a person, and so the tragedy has little resonance beyond some obligatory pathos for the mourning hero. Even vicarious tears are arguably a stretch, since we didn't know this character at all. Dead Man Thawing, conversely, involves what is generally a developed character the writer wants to bring back. Resurrection is quintessential to the messianic trope and the climax of many great stories, but watch that this doesn't become a Dewey Machina moment that cheapens the narrative stakes you've established and reveals the writer's hand. Please stay tuned for more fantastic books and how to write them. In the meantime, just keep writing.